Fire. We've all lost characters to this deadly threat in Quasimorph. If you haven't yet, it's just a matter of time. This is Chris with Tactical RNG here to show you how to survive fire. There are two main ways in which you can get burned in Quasimorph: fuel barrels and enemy flamers, and you need to pay them both proper respect. Quasimorph has very tough difficulty spikes that pop up out of nowhere and leave you dead and wondering what the hell happened. Fire is such danger, and the way we deal with it is by being proactive and prepared. First, always pay attention to the fuel barrels laying around all levels. If they get shot, they explode, dealing a good amount of damage and setting fire to everything around them on a large radius. Do not ignore these. Never get anywhere close to a barrel while there are still enemies with ranged weapons around. Tip: fire can extend to nearby spaces. This goes for both burning floor tiles and objects, including enemies and yourself. Keep cool and avoid getting close to burning stuff. Make sure you prioritize disarming fuel barrels by removing the fuel from them. They will no longer explode if they are empty. It's perfectly safe to drop the extracted fuel cans on the ground, they won't explode. Tip: explosions and fire will destroy items on the ground. Keep that in mind when throwing grenades into rooms you haven't explored. You don't want to destroy a valuable blueprint or class item. The second thing to pay attention to is your fire resistance. You should try to get up to around 9 or 10 fire resistance at least. This is essential for dealing with the dot damage you take every turn when being on fire, but don't neglect your other resistances either. Fire is not the only danger in Quasimorph. Third thing, bandages. Stock up on bandages. They are important for all wounds, not just burns. You should try to always have at least 5 bandages and 5 splints, or alternatively 5 or 10 medical glue instead. Tip: disassemble the clothes of your vanquished enemies to get cloth. It stacks up to 50 and you should always carry a few dozens of it. Cloth is essential for crafting bandages and splints. It can also be used as improvised bandages when you run out of anything better. Now, if you think carrying 5 splints and 5 bandages is enough in most common cases, you're right. Problem is, permadeath always gets you in those other cases, the uncommon ones. So prepare for everything. Bandages are useful for dealing with wounds, but you also need to get your health back. For that, it's important to carry at least one first aid kit or a couple of water bottles, preferably both. Also, a couple of antibiotics or other pills to clear infection are nice to have. At this point, it's just generally good practice to be stocked up on those things for dealing with any hurtful situation. But let's get back to fire. The last and probably most dangerous way to die by fire are enemy flamethrowers, and in this case, awareness is your strongest defense. You have to get into the habit of inspecting rooms and all enemies in them before you engage. It's important to know who has what weapon. Tip: the easiest way to get yourself melted by a flamethrower is to charge into a room without knowing what's inside it. This is the #1 killer of unexperienced players, mainly because most enemies are not so dangerous, while others, like the flamers, are deadly. Flamers have a lower range than other weapons, and the key is to not get hit by them at all, because getting burned by one opens up a quick spiral into oblivion. You see, there's a thing called pain threshold. When you take too many wounds, and hence suffer too much pain, your character will lose action points and automatically pass game turns. Every turn past fire and all unpatched wounds proc their dot damage, and every turn the enemies attack you again, you can see where this is going. You may think you're fine, and all of a sudden you're dead. This is where it's important to stay calm. This is a turn-based game. Chill out, stop, think, then act. Worst thing you can do when hurt is acting out of impulse. If you did your homework and prepared according to all I've mentioned in this video up to this point, good news, you should be prepared to survive an explosive barrel and even the worst case scenario, a direct flamer to the face. Check your remaining life, action points, and wound damage effects listed in red at the top of the screen. Do the math, crunch the numbers, and prioritize safety before healing. Do not waste your actions healing only to pass the turn to the enemy so they can flame you again. Eliminate the threat first, deal with your wounds second, always think of what comes next. Your goal is to survive the whole mission, not just one more turn. With experience, you'll get good at prioritizing in emergency cases and your survival rate will go up. But remember, the key to surviving Quasimorph is always expecting and being prepared for the worst. Don't take things for granted. In this game, even the smallest things can spiral out of control very fast. That's it. Grab loot, die hard, Godspeed, I'm out. Did I take food with me? Yeah, I did. Momo. Now, as it is customary, we will do the trick. Come on, burn little ones. Let me switch back to my machine gun. It's so good that now I have this big backpack. I can keep a flamer with me. Now that I know this trick, I can keep the flamer with me all the time and do this kind of shit. There's one more to the right here in the corner, which I'm not really sure what weapons he has. He has nail gun. Okay, we don't care about it. Oh, what happened there? That was bad. Something. Oh, oh, that was bad. Uh, okay, let us assess the situation. The has hit the fan badly. Combustion. Why the hell am I burning? I mean, I know that I was walking over the fire, but something exploded here. For some reason, something exploded. This guy has normal ammo. This guy also has normal ammo, so it wasn't them. So what the heck exploded? I wish there was some sort of log, like the game should have a log with what happened. Oh, there's another one here that I didn't see. No, he has normal ammo too. Okay, I'm dead. This is it. There's no way I'm getting out of this. There's no way. I have one action point. I have no pain reducing. I have no pain reducing items. I mean, I can get 30 HP back by drinking this water. I will take 10 more damage next turn from the fire. Actually, it's going to be 9 damage, right? Because I have 9 resistance, so 18 minus 9 is 9 damage. Plus 2 from the fracture, but I will fix the fracture, so I will not get anything from the fracture. The problem is that I don't have any instant healing items besides the water, which is a huge problem. Now, this guy is not going to act next turn, so my only hope is that the guys that have weapons don't hit me, because if they hit me and they kick me back one more turn due to pain, I'm fucked. So let's just do what we can, which is the only thing we can. We are going to drink the water to recover as much hit points as we can. So we are up to 49. 49 minus 9, so we're going to lose 9 from the fire, that's for sure. So we're going to leave with 40. And now I'm going to patch up my fracture. I can't do anything else, right? Yeah, there's nothing else. Oh, I can use the morphine. Yeah, this is actually best. Let's use the morphine. Now, I think this is just, I got addicted to it, which is fine. It's okay. We did reduce the Quasimorph by 100 because of the morphine, so that's good. I don't need to patch any more wounds because the morphine automatically patches all the wounds. So now the only thing I can do is exit my inventory, and the moment I exit the inventory, it will pass the turn to the enemy, and the enemy will act. And now we will do as it is customary and trust the gods of RNG. Oh, help me, RNGesus. And I'm dead. RNGesus forsaken me. Oh, man. No, RNGesus. RNGesus, what the f, dude? This is how you do tactical RNG. But no, that wasn't tactical. That was stupid. They should teach me a lesson not to run around on fire.